What's going on, everybody? Good morning. Gonna hit you with a little deck tech today. Sorry we didn't post yesterday. Peter came through with copious amounts of soju, and the situation got out of hand. So we're posting on Tuesday today. We do a little deck tech today on Saheeli the Gifted. I call this Saheeli the Gifted, aka the girl who got hot from high school. You see her around, and then, your weird friend, 20 years later is like, oh, you remember so-and-so from high school? And you're like, not really. It's like, oh, no, they're fine as hell now. And you're just sitting there like, all right, cool, whatever. And then he's being a creep. He's like, no, look, let me show you on Facebook. He pulls his phone out and starts going through their pictures. And you're like, oh, yeah, they're pretty hot. Whatever. But no, seriously. I made this deck for Peter, as none of you probably know. Peter got all his cards disappeared mysteriously. All Peter's cards just up and vanished. And so I put a couple decks together for him, and I bought this pre-con, and I made it from spare parts I had here at home. And I was like, oh, this would be a cool deck. This deck is dumb good. Like, I had no idea how fun and how good this deck would be. It's hilarious. Like, Peter, in the entire time that I've known him, has maybe won a game of Magic. Maybe one. I can't recall him ever winning a game of Magic in the 4 or 5 years I've known him. And he's won 3 games, in the last month with this deck. And if you've seen the videos, Peter loves his Hennessy, and his focus sometimes drifts away from the game. But this deck is crazy. It wins out of nowhere, and it wins just on just sheer value. I don't think there's a win con in the deck. It just wins on just force of will itself. So here comes the deck tech. Like, comment, subscribe, enjoy. Hope everybody has a good Tuesday. All right, take care, guys. All right, guys, here's a deck tech for Saheeli the Gifted. She is a 2-colorless, So she's 2 colors, 1 blue, 1 red for a legendary planeswalker Saheeli. You can +1 her for a 1/1 colorless servo artifact creature token. You can +1 her, which is the meat and potatoes of the deck. The next spell you cast costs 1 less to cast for each artifact you control. And -7, her ultimate, for each artifact you control, create a token that's a copy of it. These tokens gain haste. Exile those tokens at the beginning of the next end step. So ideally, you're going to cast her, then you're going to +1 her to get the little servo token, and then you're going to just start casting spells for stupid sheep. Just like, no sense at all how fun this deck is to play, and how cheap the spells are, and how fast you're just going to push out big dumb things. Now here we go. We got 15 islands, 10 mountains. We got Forge of Heroes, Dark Steel Citadel, Great Furnace, Buried Ruin, Seat of the Synod, Command Tower, Karn's Bastion, Temple of Epiphany, Swiftwater Cliffs, Shivan Reef, Steam Vents, and Is It Boilerworks. Alright, we're going to start with some of the card draw here. We got 1 with the machine, since we have a bunch of artifacts in here. We got Ponder. We got Serum Visions. Next, we got the 2 counter spells. Arcane Denial, Counterspell. Got a little bit of removal. We got Chaos Warp, Scour from Existence. This isn't necessarily removal, but it's a good spell, especially with her second +1. Dominate, Aether Gale, which Peter loves to be petty with and just ruin someone's day by returning 6 of their non-land permanents to their hand. And Blasphemous Act. Next we got just a spell that's quite good. You kick it, you secondary +1 her, and you'd be pushing this spell out for pretty cheap. Right of replication. And we got some goons coming in because, Saheeli loves to cast goons for cheap. We got Inkwell Leviathan, which is also an artifact creature. We got Spark Double. We got Fate Spinner. Keranos, the Gyromancer, the Gyromancer, the Greek god of Gyros. Delicious Tazanaki sauce, onions, tomatoes, scrumptious. Joyra, you can be casting a lot of legendary permanents. Thopter Assembly. Mere Battlesphere, a card that ruined my night the other night. Jin Gataxis. Kozilek the Great Distortion. Hellkite Igniter, which absolutely puts in work in this deck. Ethereum Horned Sorcerer, also an artifact creature, also just good for cheating out spells. You're going to cast this card really early in this deck so you can get that sweet cascade. Steel Hellkite. Psy Master Thopterist. Breaker of Armies. Endbringer. Sharding Sphinx. Bane of Belaged. Desolation Twin. Sometimes I think this deck is more of a Secret Commander deck because once you get Brutaclad out, it's pretty much lights out for everybody. You get that booty clap out, he's out there clapping them cheeks, you're in the next room, you don't really know what to do, it's kind of awkward. You make those mirror tokens and then everything becomes a token of that, and so you just overwhelm people with sweet, sweet booty clap triggers. And you got Solemn Simulacrum, he's he's sad robot, he's listening to the Brutaclad clap cheeks. He's just sitting there sad because he's, just drinking his water in the next room. He got nothing else to do. So, there you go. We got some enchantments. Curse of Veracity. Playing those mind games with people. Storm of the Vaults. Great card in this deck. Thopter Spy Network. Making artifacts. Drawing cards. What's wrong with that? Curse of Opulence, you got those fat pockets, everyone wants a piece of you. There's another card that's unexpectedly good in this deck. The Antiquities War. The first two activations of it let you dig a little deeper, but then it turns all your artifacts into 5/5s. Peter was very petty one day and took somebody out like on turn 5 with this card because he cast it early because of the artifact ramp. And then all his artifacts became 5/5s. He just turned all his artifacts sideways and we're like, all right, you're done today. How's this card? Efficient Construction, again, making Thopters. Another Spice card, Dictator of the Twin Gods. He hits you with a bunch of little tiny artifacts and all of a sudden it's a lot more damage. Here comes that artifacts. Is it Signet? Is it Cluestone? Hedron Archive, Dreamstone Hedron, Command Tower, Basalt Monolith, God Pharaoh's Statue, Unstable Obelisk, Worn Power Stone, Ubiquitous Soul Ring, Unwinding Clock, Skull Clamp, so you can sacrifice those sweet, sweet servos or Thopters, Scrabbing Claws, Rings of Bright Hearth, Mind Stone, Mimic Fact. Again, it's a brick of artifacts because, Saheeli loves her some artifacts. So, like I said, it's the hot girl from high school that she didn't understand how hot they got. So, from high school, she used to hang out with all her weird friends and, listen to the Smiths, listen to the Depeche Mode. It's like, all right, whatever. I don't know, maybe she had a kid early, so that she's a grown woman with kids now, but it's like, man, yeah, she is pretty hot. We got Chandra Flamecrawler, Doretti Scrap Savant, Kismina whatever. Karn, the Great Creator. Narset, Parter of Veils. Crappy Jace, but he does work in his deck still. Jace, Unraveler of Secrets, and other Saheeli, Sublime Artificer. And the card, the Spice Level Midnight of this deck, card that if you hit somebody with this card, they've probably never seen it. They probably have no idea what this card is. Denying Winds. Denying Winds is a 9 cost. Search target player's library for up to 7 cards. Remove them from the game. Do you know how bad this card will affect combo decks, or even just to get everyone's just good value cards out of their deck? This card, it's stupid. It's hilarious. This card is a dumb, awful card that works really in no other deck than this. It's hilarious. I love seeing this card play. I forgot to buy the other Red Wind from Prophecy, but this does 10 damage, which is also hilarious. It's a fun card. Play this card and watch someone's reaction. See how bad they hate you after you play this card on them. All right, guys. Well, that's the Deck Tech. Take care. Have a good day. Like, comment, subscribe. Thank you.